our questions was simple. So trying to understand why some people develop eating disorders and others not. And by addressing those questions, we wanted to address two aims. The first one was really increase our knowledge of eating disorders and their complexities. The second was to use this knowledge to try to identify early risk factors that would help us increase prevention and early intervention. We have identified brain areas generally located in the front part of the brain that were not only associated with symptoms of eating disorders, but were detected, differences in these brain areas were detected long before eating disorder symptoms occurred, so that they would predict the development of future eating disorder symptoms. So in addition to brain-based biomarkers, we are very interested in finding blood-based biomarkers. And a specific type of blood-based biomarkers that we're looking for is called DNA methylation. This is a type of epigenetic mechanisms that is interesting because it is known to influence directly gene expression in our body, but also really to be influenced by the environment, either the external environment, for example, smoking or things that we eat, but also the internal environment, for example, hormonal influences during development. So we looked at DNA methylation patterns in adolescents when they were age 14 years old and related that to mental health symptoms and other type of data that we had. What we found using complicated approach that we identified really patterns of blood-based DNA methylation that were associated with current symptoms of eating disorders, not only current symptoms of eating disorders, but also comorbid symptoms of generalized anxiety or PTSD. Further to this, we also found that those DNA methylation patterns collected at age 14 could really predict the development of future symptoms of eating disorders, so really showing their predictive ability. We hope the impact for people with eating disorders would be significant because they suffer too long and in isolation. So very simply letting know that it is a disease and there are biological mechanisms underlying this disease in addition to other factors that influence. We're also trying to improve diagnosis so that we use all the data that we have to better discriminate the different subsets of eating disorders. Our research would not have been possible without your donation. There is not enough money dedicated to research on eating disorders, and without this money, the work that we have been done in the last 5 years could have not been possible. A simple thank you for us using this funding for the research, but also for the patients and their family that suffer from these dreadful disorders.